Happy Sunday, my fellow strangers. This is Mrs. Strange, and on today's episode of Stranger Universe, I will talk about new details about Stranger Things 5 thanks to the Duffer brothers, Finn Wolfhard, and an intriguing line of dialogue from the Spanish version of the official trailer. Before we start, please like, comment, and subscribe to see more episodes from Stranger Universe. Turn on your notifications to never miss another episode again. Follow us on our social media platforms to stay updated with Mrs. Strange and the Stranger Universe family every day. And now, let us begin. This past Friday, the Duffers brothers talked a bit about the epilogue of Stranger Things Season 5, which they conceived nearly a decade ago. During a panel at Italy's Lucca Comics Festival, Matt and Ross engaged with the audience about how they knew how the story was going to end.
I mean, obviously it's stressful trying to figure out how you want to end the show. Luckily it was like, I think, I don't know, it's been about 6 or 7 years ago that we knew at least what the final scene is. We always knew what the last 10 minutes were going to be. And as soon as we started working on Season 5, we've never done this before, but with our writers, we started working on the last 30, 40 minutes of the show. That's where we began. Because we knew nothing that came before that would matter if we screwed up those last 40 minutes, basically.
During the panel, some of the cast reflected on their time throughout the show and how their characters have evolved with each passing season. Finn Wolfhard expressed how Mike Wheeler matured over the course of the show.
With Mike, I feel like I think he evolved in a lot of ways that kids and people generally evolve and grow up, but under incredibly, weird circumstances, and sort of disturbing circumstances, and it does mirror kind of our own lives, because obviously for us we weren't like fighting interdimensional monsters or anything, and but we did have an unorthodox sort of childhood that we, through being with each other, I think held on to a lot of that childhood because of the people that we had around us. So I think that is a huge part of the show, and a kind of meta part almost of the show as well. And I think Mike is, this season specifically, more into sort of keeping the group together and a bit more active on the maybe like leadership role of the group.
As we can see in the trailer, Mike is indeed going to overlook the team's efforts in the war against the Upside Down. And lastly, we can see how Vecna eerily threatens Will Byers by calling him by his full name, William, and needing his help one last time. A lot of theories have been going around about how Vecna is going to use Will, but the Spanish version of the trailer features very explicit dialogue and subtitles offering additional context to the scene.
Tendrás que espiar una última vez.
If you didn't know, the word espía means spy in Spanish. The Duffer brothers revealed in a recent interview that Vecna's threat connects back to Stranger Things 2, Episode 6, which is titled The Spy, and focuses on Will being monitored by Hawkins' lab as his connection to the Mind Flayer grows stronger. It seems obvious now that Season 5 Volume 1 will definitely end with Will Byers being possessed, and perhaps we are going to see a villain arc for our poor boy. Here's hoping that Will Byers doesn't die in the final season of the Netflix series. Overall, super interesting times. And that is all that we have for today. What are your thoughts on these details for Stranger Things 5? Today's special shout out is for Katie Jensen. To get a chance at becoming our next special Stranger Universe shout out, type it down in the comments section below. Turn on your notifications to never miss another Stranger Universe episode like this one. Join us on our episode premieres to interact with Mrs. Strange and other members of the Stranger Universe family. Thank you all for watching. I am Mrs. Strange, and this is Stranger Universe. Over and out.